Hey everyone, I'm the Rev, and Formula 1 2025 has landed for Automobilista 2. What you can see here is a fabulous 2025 skin pack. It's available on Overtake GG, the link is in the video description. It's been created by Dustin, it's absolutely fantastic. It's got 2025 previews for when you're picking a car, it's got special liveries for the Suzuka event, so we have the special Haas livery and the special Red Bull livery, and they both look absolutely brilliant. It comes with an XML selector, so that's basically a file where you can double click it and choose whether you want to use the special Japanese liveries or you want to use the original liveries. It's absolutely brilliant. Now initially I was just going to show some footage and I was just going to talk over how great these liveries were and how easy they were to download and install. However, I had an absolutely monumental battle with Liam Lawson when I was being Yuki Tsunoda in the Red Bull, so you couldn't write it, but it was fantastic. So I'm going to show that race as I talk us through the Formula 1 2025 skin pack for Automobilista 2. So as the lights go green, as you can see in the top left, it was a really short race, just 6 laps around Suzuka, with the intention of capturing some B-roll footage to use in the video. However, as I say, ended up having a brilliant battle with Liam Lawson in the Racing Bull. So that's why I thought, screw it, I'm just going to use the entire race. So some of the driving that you're going to see isn't perfect, but as I say, I never intended to use the race, so there is little bits of contact. Oh, speak of the devil there, as I just give Lance Stroll a little bit of a tap through the S's. But yeah, it's not going to be a perfect race, but it's a cracking little battle. So I'm in the Formula Ultimate Gen 2, obviously, as we're using the 2025 skins. Now this car on Automobilista 2 is absolutely fantastic. It sticks to the road like glue and it's really confidence inspiring. As I go up the inside of Lance Stroll on the brakes into the hairpin, Stroll had an absolute nightmare at the weekend and he's just lost another position to Yuki Tsunoda, aka the Rev, in the Red Bull. So I'm now behind Liam Lawson and this is where the battle starts. Now I did have to grow into the car because I wasn't used to it round this circuit. I'm very familiar with Suzuka as a whole, but I'm not used to this car around it, and as I say, I had to grow in confidence, and that's certainly something that the Formula Ultimate Gen 2 on Automobilista 2 promotes. More downforce there is, obviously the more grip there is, but I think I had to kind of reprogram my brain a little bit to push the car a little bit further. I pushed it a little bit too hard there and nearly ended up in the back of Liam Lawson. I'm sure that Helmut Marko and Christian Horner would have been made up with that one, but luckily we managed to avoid the contact as we head into lap 2. Now just before this battle heats up massively, I just want to say thank you so much to the creator of these skins. They're absolutely beautiful, mate. The job you have done is fantastic and I'm just glad that I can promote something like this. These skins, absolutely free. Easy to install, and as I say, you get to select whether you want to use the regular Red Bull skins and the regular Haas skins, or whether you want to use these special Japanese editions. Personally, I think the Japanese editions look way better than the originals, so I'm going to stick with these because I think they're beautiful. If you've got Automobilista 2, click that link in the video description and get these installed on your game. You will not regret it. It's a fabulous car, and with these skins it just becomes even more authentic. As I tapped the back of Liam Lawson there, they would have been absolutely fuming with that in the Red Bull garage, but luckily that's the only contact I make with him. As I say, at the time I wasn't that bothered because I knew I was just going to use, or at least I thought I was just going to use this footage for B-roll. As you can see there though, where I've locked up on my right hand front tyre now, I've got that fantastic flat spot, which is really well shown in Automobilista 2. But due to that contact, Liam's managed to get away from me. However, I am going to close up to him on the brakes after the 130R. This was one of the corners where I just had to have that little bit more confidence. As we head down now into the braking zone, hit the brakes down to second gear, much better on the brakes than Liam. We've closed right up, right under the rear wing of that Racing Bull. Little bit of a washout as I got on the power, but he's got DRS, as have we, but it's a little bit of a DRS train. Now the lads ahead, as you can see, they're getting proper racy. Proper racy with one another. Now Automobilista 2's AI, sometimes it gets criticised for just staying in a train and not racing each other, and trust me, I've seen that myself many times. However, you couldn't criticise it in this race. It was absolutely brilliant. They were racing one another, they were swapping positions, at least in this little group that I was in. It was absolutely brilliant. I'm right up now behind Liam Lawson. I'm much faster through here, but I'm not going to show my nose into Degner 1. That'd be ridiculous. Need to try and get a good exit from Degner 2. But unfortunately that wasn't fantastic, and I'm not going to be close enough into the hairpin. But I do manage to close up onto the brakes, into first gear, see if I can get some good traction coming out. Little bit of a squirm here from the Red Bull, and I'm not going to be close enough now as we head down into Spoon. In the Formula Ultimate Gen 2, Spoon feels brilliant. Drop it down 2 gears into 5th. 4th for the second part of Spoon, and I managed to close again up onto the back of Liam, but I was a little bit late again on the power, so I'm not going to be close enough down this straight. But just ahead of Liam, you've got Carlos Sainz, Gasly and Hülkenberg. They're having a right little battle, and I'm going to try and get involved in that in a lap or 2. I'm up on my splits, down into the braking area again. Watch that I don't go into the back of Liam, but I'm looking for a good exit early onto the power. That was a little bit better. I'm closer now. We've both got DRS, and it's going to be a drag race. Racing Bull versus Red Bull. Come on, Yuki, what have you got? But ahead, they're still racing one another. It was too wide going into the first corner. I'm side by side with Liam. He's going to hang it outside, which becomes the inside, and he's got it done again. Great defence there from Liam Lawson. Really great racing from the AI. Second to none, in my opinion, the Automobilista 2 AI. Yes, it has its faults, but what racing sim doesn't have its faults? There is not a perfect racing sim, but each sim has its plus and minus points, and there's more pluses than there is minuses on Automobilista 2. Back to the race, decent Degner 2 there from me. I realised that it was a 3rd gear corner, not a 2nd, and as you can see there, the AI just stepped out just to stop me going up the inside into the hairpin. But I managed to get a decent exit. Can I get alongside Liam? I certainly can, as we're going to go into Spoon, but it's going to be a ballsy move to throw it around the outside of Spoon. I just get a little bit on the grass. I thought I was going to spin it, and Liam holds the inside. Liam does not want to give that place up. There's egos in play here. There's Yuki's ego, which, well, is my ego, and Liam Lawson's ego. He doesn't want to give this place up, not for a second. But no matter what I tried, I just couldn't get close enough down the back straight. We've got 2 cars side by side again. I think that's Gasly and Sainz, or it could be Hülkenberg. I'm not 100% certain, but we need a decent exit again from the chicane, which we managed to get. Another squirm from the Red Bull, but it's going to be DRS once again down into turn 1. However, Liam, he moved to the side of the track to defend it, but these two are side by side. It's Gasly and Sainz. In the Alpine and the Williams, I didn't want to get involved in that, and the last thing I wanted to do was cause a big accident. Through the S's here, as I say, this car feels brilliant. I've just made a little mistake there on the entrance to that corner, but it didn't cost me too much time, and I'm still up behind Lawson. Great exit out of there, but there's no way past. Try and stay close through Degner 1 and 2. We managed to do it in Degner 1, 3rd gear Degner 2. Little bit of a snap, but I got it caught as we head to the hairpin. Liam didn't step out this time, he didn't have to. I wasn't close enough, but I was concentrating on the exit, 2nd gear, try and get the traction out of there, which we managed to do. We're side by side again. It's a replay of the lap before. Can I get it done this time? Late on the brakes, and I managed to go around the outside of Lawson. I was made up with that. Fantastic. Gasly ahead, Gasly, Sainz and Hülkenberg. Can we get involved in that little battle? It was a great battle with Lawson, really enjoyed it. And it gave me the opportunity to show off these fantastic skins. Into the braking zone now, down to 2nd gear, looking at me flat spots. Looks brilliant there, on me right front. But we're close enough now to this Alpine. Get that DRS open. Tucked up behind the rear wing. Throw it out to the right hand side. But Hülkenberg, he's still battling with Sainz. I seem to close onto the back of the kick Sauber really quick, and there was nowhere to go. But Gasly's gone round the outside of all of us. He's gone round the outside of Hülkenberg, Sainz and myself. Great move from Gasly in the Alpine. So those of you that say the AI on Automobilista 2 won't overtake one another, well, Gasly's just done 2-3 cars in one corner. Fantastic move from the Frenchman. I'm on the back of Hülkenberg. I'm not brave enough into Degner 1, that'd be ridiculous. But can we concentrate on a decent exit once again from Degner 2? But the Red Bull, she had a little snap on me once again. Fantastic out of that corner, really great. Lawson's showing his nose again. He was going to go around the outside, but he's thought better of it. And that might be me done. I might have to settle for 16th place, but I'll take that every day of the week. I can't stress enough how much I enjoyed this short little sprint race. Would you like to see me do a full race distance on Automobilista 2 around this track? If you'd like to see that video, then please do let me know in the comment section below. I'd like to run a full race distance on Automobilista 2 with full pit stops. I'll put the AI on 100% and we'll see how we get on. But coming now into the final chicane, last corner, close-ups on the back of Hulkenberg, give him a tap, nothing I could do about that, but we're going to finish in 16th place, but it's going to be tight. As I say, these skins, get them downloaded, they're absolutely brilliant, that's what the video's about. If you like what I do on the channel, please hit that like and subscribe button. As always, I've been the Reverend, thank you very much for watching.